Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and I'm the founder of Team Malibu, and today I'm going to share a video with you about how to reach out to people on Facebook and social media. So, we talk about inviting people to our groups, inviting people to join the business. Well, where are you meeting these people? So we oftentimes talk about that, when you become a coach, you want to start growing your friends on Facebook. I'm going to talk about Facebook because that's the social media platform that I use. So we talk about adding, 3 to 5 friends a day. Well, where am I coming up with these friends? Well, what I personally do is I go into my search engine at the top and I'll put in friends of friends. And then I just look through, and if I have, 5 to 10 or more common acquaintances with someone, I'm going to friend them. I'm just going to click, 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 click. I'll write them down so I know who I reached out to, and then I just wait and see if they'll accept. And when I get those acceptances, that's when I start reaching out to people. So I don't just friend and then start reaching out, because if you friend someone and before they've accepted, you go and message them, your message could go into their other folder, which they'll never see. If you don't have enough acquaintances with someone or they don't know you, sometimes they're not going to get your messages. So I always wait until they've accepted my friendship. And then when they do, that's a great way to reach out to people. So when you see that somebody has accepted you as a friend on Facebook, then you can simply reach out and say, hey, thanks so much for adding me as a friend on Facebook. I saw that we had, all these different acquaintances. I saw that so-and-so was an acquaintance of ours. How do you know her? I went to school with her. There's so many different ways to reach out to people. And it's not that you're reaching out and saying, hey, thanks for adding me on Facebook. I'm actually a Beachbody coach and I run these online groups. Would you like to be a part of one? No. You are merely starting off and just forming a relationship. This is the bread and butter of our business, relationship building. So that is what you're doing first and foremost. It's not to, enroll somebody into your next challenge group. It's not to make a sale. It's not to hit your, last Success Club point. It's to start a relationship with somebody new. So that is oftentimes what I'm doing. What are some of the tricks that I use to start that, relationship with someone? Because granted, there are times when I've had friends and, common friends, and I'm thinking like, gosh, I don't even know our common friends. Our common friends are random. Like, what am I going to say to this person? So a good trick of the trade is to go to the person's Facebook page, scroll down, find something out about them, find something of interest. A lot of times, sometimes somebody will have a really cool cover shot and I'll say, hey, Sandy, thanks so much for adding me on Facebook. I saw that we had some mutual friends in common. I'm always looking to reach out and meet more people in the area. Your cover shot is amazing. Where did you get that done? Boom, that's it. That's how you start a conversation. I've actually started conversations before with people that, had young kids, and one person in particular, I noticed that she was running her daughter's cheerleading squad. I have daughters. I would like to get them into cheerleading. So, I thanked her for friending me on Facebook. And then I mentioned, hey, I saw that you are a coach for your daughter's cheerleading squad. My daughter's 6. I never know what the right age is to get them started. What would you suggest? Bam, conversation starter. So the key is, first friend them, wait for them to accept, look at their Facebook page, find something that you can start a conversation with, something that you can ask them about. It can't just be a yes or no question, because they could simply be like, who is this person? And just answer yes to whatever you asked, or no. So you want to ask something that is going to require a response, and then you'll go from there. And sometimes it takes me a while to wrap it back to fitness. It might take 3 or 4 conversations back and forth, but usually something will happen. There was one conversation where I was like, gosh, I have no idea how I'm going to wrap this back around to fitness. And then I saw it. She actually worked in the fitness field. She worked at a hospital, so not necessarily the fitness aspect, but she worked in the medical industry. And so I said, wow, hey, I noticed that you, work for Christ Hospital. So you're in the medical field. I'm in the health, field as well, but I'm on the fitness side. What is it that you do? Boom. We got into it, but I was able to say, that I'm in the fitness field. So I was able to have that opening so I could go back to it. So, there's so many tricks and trades that, we'll share throughout, these 7 days and the rest of the 6 weeks that you're going to be with us. Okay, other ways to reach out. So we're going to add another video that will go into this more in depth. So I'm just going to highlight a couple of the things that the other speaker that you'll get to watch also listed. Encouraging people. You know, we are here to support, motivate, and inspire. So why not start by encouraging someone in a personal message? Do you see that somebody is starting something new on Facebook? Maybe they talk about how they just started a business and, you know, they're sharing about their business. It's not, you know, our same business, but still they're starting something. You can shoot them a personal message and be like, hey, Sandy, oh my gosh, I saw that you're starting with, I don't know, LuLaRoo or something. It's like a new company that my cousin invited me to. So you could say like, hey, I saw that you're starting, you know, this new venture. That's awesome. Congratulations. I hope it does well for you. What got you started with it? Conversation starter. So, you know, encourage people that you see what they're doing and, you know, just start that message and add some positivity to their life. Think of someone that you could share something with. You know, maybe you're on BuzzFeed or, you know, maybe you see something totally random that just made you think of something, of someone. You know, maybe on BuzzFeed you saw something funny that just made you think of one of your friends that isn't currently in a challenge group of yours. Tag that person on it or send it to them in a personal message and be like, hey, Sandy, oh my gosh, I ran across this today and it just cracked me up and it made me think of you. Is this not hilarious? And send it to them. But you've started a conversation. You know, you opened up the doors. So share something that you know, made you think of someone. You know, be helpful. If you see that somebody, you know, has a question and they're posting it online, you know, I've seen people post about, you know, wanting shoes for CrossFit, or not CrossFit, but for cross training. People that I've tried to, you know, encourage to join one of my groups because I knew it would help them, but they're just not there yet. But then they posted, you know, hey, you know, I'm trying to start something new. I'm doing a little bit of cross training, but I have no idea, you know, what type of shoe to buy. Any suggestions? Well, instead of posting publicly, personal message them. You know, yes, maybe you've invited them before, they've turned you down, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to be willing to, you know, take your advice and they won't appreciate it, and it builds trust with them. So share it in a personal message. I one time heard that, you know, when we're going through Facebook and we're liking people's posts and, you know, maybe it's in our head or we're actually hitting like, instead of doing that on Facebook or thinking to yourself in your head, like, oh, that was a cool post. Oh, that's a cool picture. Message someone that. You know, if you see that somebody had a really cool family shot, instead of saying like, personal message them and say, oh my gosh, I saw your beautiful family photo today. Wow, like your kids are really growing up and they're gorgeous. How old are they now? Bam, conversation starter. So many ways, right? Compliment someone. You know, that kind of goes with what I just said. When you're going through, you know, Facebook and you see something that you like, you know, instead of just liking it, compliment them. You know, maybe they had a promotion at their job and they shared it on Facebook. Personal message them and compliment them on it. You know, maybe they just hit a huge personal goal that they shared on Facebook. Personal message them, compliment them on it. So many different ways to reach out. So those were a couple tips. For those of you that are starting a like page, this was huge for me in the beginning. So when I first started my like page, I actually asked all of my friends to be a part of it. Then I got on my husband's phone. I asked all of his friends to be a part of it. And then every person that did, I messaged them and said, thank you. That was a great way for me to reach out to people that I maybe wouldn't have otherwise reached out to at that time. So when I started my own personal like page for my fitness business, you know, I would say like, hey, thanks so much for liking my page. You know, I'm really excited to get this up and running. I appreciate the support. Do you happen to be working on any goals of your own that I could help support you on? You know, just different ways to start a conversation, but either way, it's a great conversation starter to just thank someone for supporting you. As simple as that. So those are different ways to kind of reach out to people and, you know, kind of get the conversation going and rolling. You know, who are people that you should probably be reaching out to? People that are liking your post, hands down. If they are liking your post and you have not reached out to them yet, you need to reach out to them. And again, it could be as simple as, thanks so much for liking my post today. You know, I always appreciate the support. You know, are you working on any goals of your own? It's always a great way to ask that question. Are you working on any goals of your own? Because if someone is following your fitness post, they have an interest on some level. I guarantee it. And, you know, not everybody is going to come out there and, you know, just because you put an invite out there, they're not going to say like, me, I need that invite. Thank you. Like, I would like to join your next group. Because sometimes it's embarrassing for people to put that out on Facebook. They may want the help, they may need the help, and they may need exactly what you are promoting, but they don't want other people to know that. So, you know, oftentimes the people that are liking your post or are commenting on your post, yes, they have interest. So definitely reach out to them. But please also know that when you are posting all of these great things, that you can't just go off of, was that successful based on how many people are liking or commenting? Because I will tell you, I have had so many people reach out to me that have never once commented or once liked any of my fitness posts, but they have been watching. This happens more often than you would think. I've had people say, all right, seriously, this 21-day thing that you keep posting about, like 21 days of fitness, you know, your challenge groups, tell me, what is it? I need to know. And I'm always like, wow, like they've never commented or liked anything. And then they become a great challenger and they're successful because they've been watching me and now they're ready. So please know that your likes and comments do not, you know, it's not a direct correlation to how many people you're reaching. Just so you know. All right, and with that, you know, hopefully I gave you some things to think about and some things to work on and put to use. And I look forward to hearing your comments later today. Thanks, guys.